So you can't really say that people don't talk at all.
Yeah, you can.
Although now you're looking at the camera.
I'm looking at myself.
You see.
I'm looking at myself. Look
see,
at me.
It's terrible.
Handsome young man.
No.
95 years old.
So people do talk to each other. We are talking right now. Aren't we talking?
Well, we do obligatory talk. We don't necessarily do conversations.
What do you mean we obligatorily talk? What's an obligation?
Obligatory. Like
Okay.
this guy just said, champagne.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to pop the cork. It's time for the bubbly champagne.
Welcome to the Arsenic Theory channel.
Welcome to the Arsenic Theory channel.
Yeah, that's good, right?
So, yeah, it's great.
We got on the train.
We did. We did.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah, and the guy said it's...
The train was full.
The train was full. This is like 40 minutes to the train. We checked online. There were seats. Amtrak 393 going from Chicago, Illinois to Carbondale, Illinois.
Yes.
And it's $88 ticket. And we go to the counter and then he says it's full. And then he says, when we ask him if we can get it from Chicago to Champaign, get off in Champaign, so it's full for that too. And then we asked him about Champaign to Carbondale, basically two legs.
Right.
And that's full too. All that was not true. Because we are here on the train, you can see it.
We're here on
the train.
So the train was supposed to be, our train, the tickets we bought was for 8 o'clock.
Right,
and
8
we
o'clock
got
train.
on the 4 o'clock train.
Right.
Plenty of seats.
Like, I mean, we didn't give up our seats to go to the cafeteria. We still had the seats.
We didn't see anybody standing, right?
Nope,
We didn't
nobody
see
was
anybody
standing, right.
Strangling or anything like that.
So the train is, I think he does not know what full means. And this is, maybe, I'm not saying this is typical of government servants, but
Yeah.
but
I
people
feel
who
like
are
there's
not,
a lot of inefficiencies there.
right.
And my question to you was, can you actually have a government-run system that is efficient? Because it's clear inefficiency. It's clearly that something is wrong in the system, some kind of glitch or something that prevents it from displaying the correct information.
Couple things could be happening here. One could be that when it gets to 80 or 90%, because there are a lot of people here. It's not like the seats are open all over, but one or two seats here and there, pockets are open, right? So their software that could be using could declare that the train is full when it reaches 90% capacity. And they might be doing that because they don't want to manage a completely full train. The conductors sit down, as you see. The conductors themselves sit down. They reserve a little slot for themselves.
Right.
The cafeteria person has a full table that is reserved in the cafeteria. They do their, I don't know what paperwork they do there, inventory or whatever, but that's always taken. We can't sit there. It's almost like the government is taking a percentage off of the train capacity for themselves. Now my question...
Do you know if it actually exists because of any government subsidies or any kind of dotations from the government, right? I mean, it's not a private institution.
Actually, Amtrak is a private company subsidized by the government. Okay. So they do have to follow the federal laws, but they have their CEO and they are a for-profit company.
Okay.
So, but having said that, when you take government money, there's a certain obligation to the people, to us, because it's our money. It's not really government money.
But they're not driven by profit, though. I mean, it's not like a private company, like any kind of corporation that is driven by to make profit, right? Over here, they're just trying to exist.
Well, see the thing. That's my phone. My phone is ringing.
Oh my God! Throw it in the garbage.
I should. That's my brother from Australia. I'll tell him I'll call him back.
From Australia?
Australia. Hello? How you doing, buddy? Hey, how are you doing, buddy?
I'll edit this out.
No, you can keep it. How are you doing?
Maybe I'll leave it.
So, we're taking a live video right now for Arsenic Theory. So call you in about 2 hours? 2-3 hours? Huh? Alright, man. I'll call you in 2-3 hours. Baki sab theek. Alright. Bye bye.
He knows about arsenic theory.
He does. He does.
So what did you tell him? What kind of lies have you spotted out this time?
I told him a very underground secret YouTube channel that's
Yeah.
trying to infiltrate into people's mind and insert thoughts that are of a progressive nature.
Well, also, you can actually issue a shorter version. You can say just we're trying to be public persuaders,
I like that.
and we are in a battle for the mind.
I like that.
Because there's always some kind of battle.
Now, let me tell you, whose mind?
I mean, human mind, any human minds.
But
right?
whose
Any
mind? Your
human
mind, my
being.
mind, people's mind?
I don't know. I don't want to battle
Holly's
for mine.
mind?
I don't. Well, I would love to battle for her mind.
Well,
I
imagine that.
I think
you lost that battle to me.
Yeah,
It's only strategic positioning, geographic positioning.
Well, you know, I'm a kind human being. I also, you know, give people scraps that are left on my table.
I like that. I like that.
And
I like
you-
only in this case, the scrap was our entire meal. A 6-course scrap.
But the only problem is you were only looking at that meal. You never actually tasted it. So you
I
don't even know what
was,
if it's too salty or not, or sweet.
I was checking out the menu, but well, she's a friend. She's a good friend. Holly is a friend. We met on this train. We would not have if this train was actually full. So you know, that's here. I want to show you the whole.
Wait,
thing.
she gave you.
So I did more than just look at the menu, but I have her card. So this is an example. She gave me her
It's
card.
a business card. It's actually a good-looking business card. Let me see. I'm not going to show the name or anything, but this is a good business card. I'm just going to show this. This is a good business card. Wow.
I like it.
Very nice.
You could tell that it's a good business card.
Yeah, it's a good
You
quality.
hear that?
Yeah,
That's a good business card.
Yep.
So good business
So-
card.
so-
But you know what? Who does this anymore?
I don't know who does this anymore. I mean,
You're on the phone.
Yeah, it's on the
You're
phone.
on the
just
phone,
kind of
LinkedIn,
yeah,
you
just
know,
LinkedIn or Facebook or something.
Seriously.
You know,
So
you have all the
it's-
personal
It's
information
too real.
there.
That's what it is. It's too real.
Ah,
You can give a business card to people
Right,
who
it's more
I guess I'm
physical.
hitting my own foot in
I think
the
it's a
mud
different
here.
gesture when you are giving something physical as opposed to exchanging some digital information which you cannot feel, touch, smell, etc. Right? But when you're actually giving something physical, it's almost like something from you departs and is given to you. I mean, it's almost like symbolic, isn't it?
I think I like that. I like that philosophical take to it, but I think the pragmatic take is
Yeah.
she did not want to connect on a digital level because once you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, you're on there.
Yes,
You can't
and
unconnect
plus
with
everyone
them.
else can see.
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Everybody knows
I
you met.
see.
But
Yes.
with the physical thing, now she has the ability to not pick up the phone call, or although I think she will.
She probably will pick it
Yeah,
up for
because
you.
we have networking events in Chicago downtown. So you should join us and talk philosophy with this arsenic theory. Now, going back to the train being full,
Yes.
right?
My whole thing is inefficient. And first of all, I think in a private company, you would never be able to get away with kind of what we did. We didn't do anything serious because we paid the ticket, right? But we just boarded at a different time. So my whole thing is that, you know, all those
show you the ticket, right?
institutions are completely inefficient.
We have it shows a little flipped over here, but you see 805 on this 805. So you see it's 805. So
Yeah,
we have
and
to
right now
and
it's
we did pay
7:21.
right,
Yeah.
and the time right now is
So we are already past Champagne.
7:21. Well, flips mirror image, but I think they can read it. But the thing is that we paid $196 to be here.
Right.
So we paid our dues. We paid our dues.
Yeah, we paid
more
our
than
dues.
more than
Yes,
enough.
more
we
than
paid.
enough.
Right. So
Right.
and we paid taxes, by the way. So
Exactly. So we are law-abiding citizens.
We are.
and we're just trying to illustrate the point of the inefficiencies of government-run.
but here's my
systems.
thing. My girlfriend could have been in Carbondale,
Sure.
and she could have had an emergency. Although not an emergency, but I do have such a situation. My roommate and his family need to catch a flight international tomorrow, Saturday, and we are obliged to go down there in time to drive them back to the train station. So if we were not on that train, it would have thrown the plans in jeopardy a little bit. So for Amtrak to say that the train is full
Yes.
when it's actually really not full is wrong. Is actually wrong. It's not just an inconvenience. Oh, go 4 hours late.
Yes.
It's actually wrong. Because
You
we are
think like
we
they're
are here
moral-
on the train.
Are you saying they're morally wrong?
I would say they're morally wrong. Now, from my friend, I'm sure we can find someone else who can give them a ride to the train station. But it's a chore, it's an effort. It's going to readjust the plans. But if it was my girlfriend and she needed me to be there, like me personally to be there, because she needs to talk to someone or whatever, and I can't go there because somebody in Amtrak does not want to go that extra mile to know that there is 2 seats.
I
or 3
understand that,
seats.
but here's the thing: if you actually reserve the seat online, wouldn't that resolve the situation? Wouldn't they come back to you and say exactly what I'm just saying right now? It's like, okay, just reserve it online next time, ahead of time.
What makes you think that? Well, the guy had a computer in front of him, and he
Yeah.
checked online, checked in his system, and said it's busy. What
Yeah,
makes
but
it-
do it the day before, or do it like maybe the morning off, because okay,
But then
obviously,
we won't be making this video, right?
well, that is correct. But all we're trying to solve
But
problems.
the point is to illustrate that sometimes you cannot do that. Sometimes. Well, let me. So
Yeah.
the plan was to take
Yes.
the morning 8 o'clock train.
Yes.
Now I could not do that because
Right.
I had work and I had to write a couple grants
Right.
for the institution, and that took the day. So. So here we are. Now let's say my girlfriend calls me at 9 in the morning
Yes.
from Carbondale. Says,
Right.
I am not feeling well. I think I might have some medical issue. Could you come down and take me to the doctors? I will go myself best as I can. There are others here, but I need you because it's maybe a personal thing that she needs me to be there. Now, at 9 in the morning, if she calls me, the 8 o'clock train is already gone. Now my choice is the 4 o'clock train. Let's say I don't have a car.
And even okay,
Let's say I don't have a car. Now it's the 4 o'clock train. Now I'm
even-
already at work. So I have to tell my boss that, and I have to tell my friends that, and I adjust, and I catch the local train to get there, and I'm there by 3:15, like we were today. And the guy says, it's booked, it's full. But it's not full.
Even if you try to reserve it online, you just won't be able to. Just like the guy told us at the counter.
So there are two things here.
the system will
Either
deny
the
it.
guy has a system, or the guy himself said that the train is full, or the system, the software, declares the train is full when a train is 90 or 95% full.
Or maybe some people canceled it, but the system was not quick enough in order to recognize it and make updates.
It could be
accordingly.
it could be possible there are no shows. It could be possible there are no shows. So we could be
No-shows.
sitting in a no-show seat.
And when would they cancel it though? I mean, that's a substantial amount of money. You're talking about $100,
Yeah,
$88, $56.
Right,
That's a lot of money.
well, not everybody has that. Some people might have bought it earlier for 60, 50 bucks. But
It's
that's still money.
that's still
That's still
money.
money. So
I don't think anybody wants to throw away $50.
people do tend. Chicago is busy. The streets are busy. So people do miss trains. So we could be in that. So it is possible. So we're not going to put this all on Amtrak. It is possible that there were no shows, and we might be sitting in a no-show seat. But again, they are quick to say no. They don't want to do that extra effort. That much is clear. I have been in Amtrak before when it was more government dependent and honestly more friendly. And it was Labor Day weekend. I was coming to see my brother and sister-in-law,
Right.
and we did not know it was full, and it was over flooded.
Really?
And they brought us into the cafe car. They adjusted. Everybody adjusted. Some people even stood. We made it to a destination because Amtrak was more interested in getting people to the destination than telling people that the train's full. This guy had no intention to serve us. Kept on saying it's full.
But what is his motivation to service? What is his interest in doing that?
Because
Doing
he's
that
there?
thing- in taking that extra mile.
Okay,
But
let's-
he's going
let's-
to get
let's-
paid no matter what.
Fine. Let's
That's-
say.
that's
All right.
why
Okay.
should he
Somebody
care?
walks up to you on the street.
Yeah.
Somebody walks up to you on the street and says
I'm
that
probably going to walk away. I'm not even going to take a notice of them.
even if that somebody is
Or distraught.
not
or a one-legged man.
Jennifer Aniston.
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
What about her?
If she walks up to you on the street, now you're not going to walk away.
She will never walk up on the street.
They will. Hey, I like your confidence. What if she does walk up to you?
And what about it?
Then what you gonna do?
Nothing.
And she says, "Give me $5. I really need to have coffee."
No, because I will immediately think it's a prank.
But would you play along with it?
Probably yes.
Well, don't you want to be pranked by Jennifer Aniston?
Yes.
I think you do. Holly. If Holly would have walked up to you and said, "I want to get on the Amtrak. I have lost my ticket. Buy me a new one." Something like that. Isn't there a human in you generally want to help?
What if it's just another dude comes up to you? What would you say then? Why don't you ask me that question?
Well, I think you might still buy a ticket for the dude too.
No, I will not. I will actually walk away.
All right. What if you knew the dude? Or at least acquaintance?
Probably will, but he'll have to abandon me right away.
If you really knew that somebody's in need of help, no. Let's enough with those metaphors.
So many stipulations, you know.
Okay, if you genuinely knew somebody needed help,
Yes.
you're inclined to help.
Yeah.
What about Amtrak? Did you feel that?
No.
I mean, we are trying to get.
But he's an employee. He's not our friend.
I don't like that argument. I mean, just because you're an employee doesn't mean you don't care. You should care, right? It's customer service.
But that's like, I feel like it's a human behavior though.
So why not say a train is booked when it's 10% booked? Just go that far.
Okay,
You're using the 90% logic. Let's go to the 80%. If 80% full is full, just come at it.
Yeah. But I mean, he just looks at the computer. All he does is just regurgitates what he sees on the computer.
So let's just say
he cannot show creativity in this regard. There is no room for that.
I personally think that the system was just telling him it was 80 or 90% full, and he was making the
doubt
assumption.
that.
Okay, let's say the system was saying it's full.
Okay.
All right.
So what can he do then?
So how are we here? Does that mean the system is rigged, or is it no shows, or what is going on here? We don't know.
I think we just fell through the cracks. I think that's the term that can be described. Describe the situation.
So no shows.
Fell through the cracks. I have no idea.
The train
It's
full
hard to
means all
say.
seats are taken.
Yes.
All seats were not taken. We're sitting on 2 seats.
Right.
So
maybe there could be many things. Could be delay in the system. It means there is inefficiency in the actual system. Maybe the algorithm is off. Maybe it just doesn't update on time, or it just could be no shows. But at the same time, there are just too many no shows. So maybe what happens is up to, let's say, 90% capacity. When it reaches that, maybe it just automatically shows no capacity at all. Maybe it always reserves. Oh, maybe that's interesting theory. Maybe it always reserves 5
for emergency.
For emergency situations, or maybe for just because they don't only want to have 90% capacity.
But how?
For some odd reason, maybe.
But what if we had an
That's
emergency?
very interesting.
Yeah, what if we had an emergency today, but we were not vocal about it? We didn't tell.
Well, I mean,
then you have to actually.
Well, we have to be vocal about that. We would have to go to police.
Remember
or
that,
something.
people. Remember that.
Be vocal.
Be vocal about your emergency, because otherwise we can't help. We all can't help you, and we want to. I think people generally want to help, so be vocal about it. But then we didn't do that. But obviously,
No, we just did it. I think we just showed the initiative, and we did it, and we accomplished it. I think that's the moral of the story.
True that. So next time somebody tells you can't do something, go ahead and do it.
Just do it on Arsenic Theory channel.